I have a confession. I love painting things, but I hate painting wood. It's slow, it's messy, and no matter what I do, it always comes out looking like my dog Stella painted it, which is a look, sure, but just not the one I'm going for. So eventually I just stopped. And that meant a lot of my ideas never made it past the planning stage. They lived in my brain as future plans and maybe laters. And then this showed up. My husband surprised me with an electric airbrush set he purchased from Xtool. And suddenly, the whole problem I'd been avoiding felt like it might actually have a solution. I was excited, but also a little skeptical because I've tried to fix my paint problems before. Different paints, new techniques, and none of it worked. Still, I had to try it. But I don't have any experience with an airbrush like this, not even a little. And I've learned the hard way. New tools don't magically fix bad technique. So instead of just jumping in and guessing my way through it, I asked him to teach me because he does know how to use one. So a lot of this video is him figuring out this brush, dialing everything in, and showing me how it works before I try to use it myself. All on his day off. So I'm honored. Thanks for the help, babe. So we started testing with the white paint that came with the kit. And right away, it wasn't really giving us that solid, opaque coverage that we wanted. It felt thin and kind of patchy, and no matter how we adjusted it, it just wasn't hitting the way we needed it to. So we switched it up, grabbed some regular craft acrylic paint, thinned it down with 2 ounces of water and 2 to 4 drops of dishwasher rinse aid, and tried that instead. And that actually worked. It sprayed a little better, and with a few coats, it covered well enough, which was a relief. Because that means that I'm not locked into buying just Xtool paint for this thing. Once we got the brush figured out, we moved on to the actual project. A small Texas flag, cut out of 1/4-inch birch plywood. Nothing complicated, just something simple to test everything out on. I masked off the wood and used an X-Acto knife to section out each part of the design so we could block off whatever we weren't painting. And to actually get solid coverage, we ended up doing 3 full coats on each section. And by the end, once we had the paint to thinner ratio figured out, the nozzles lined up just right, and a feel for actually how to spray evenly, using this thing got a lot easier. It is a really resourceful tool. There's a learning curve, but once you get past that, it cuts down the finishing time dramatically. Now, this just happens to be the one that I have, but you're not limited to this setup. There are plenty of different airbrush options out there. Different styles, different price points, different setups depending on what you need. So if this is something you've been curious about, there's definitely room to find one that fits how you like to work. And for me, it might finally mean I don't hate painting wood anymore.